name is Ella. Before we get dancing today, we have to go through a couple of rules to make sure that you have a good time and stay safe. Number 1, wear comfortable clothes with trainers or bare feet. Don't wear socks if the floor is slippery. Number 2, clear a space to dance. Tidy up anything that you could potentially fall over. Number 3, if any movements hurt or you feel ill, then stop dancing, sit down and rest. Number 4, have a drink when you finish dancing today. And 5, have fun. So today we are joined by Georgia, and playing the drums is Simon. We're going to start with name and shape. I'm going to go first. My name is Ella, and my shape today is Ella.
Ella.
Brilliant. I'm going to pass it to you, Georgia.
Thank you, Ella. My name is Georgia, and my shape is Georgia.
Georgia. Lovely.
Simon.
Hi, my name is Simon and my shape is Simon.
Simon.
Thank you, Simon. And now it's your turn at home for your name and shape. Brilliant. Thank you. So we're going to start by getting warmed up. It's really important we get warmed up to keep our bodies safe and get them ready for dancing. So I'm going to start with some slow movements, and then next I'm going to move on to some faster movements. And Georgia, are you okay to do super fast?
Yeah.
And some stretches?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Let's go. So if you follow along with me. Thank you, Simon. Georgia.
Thank you.
down, rolling down. Brilliant. Thank you, Georgia, and thank you, Simon. Today we are going to explore Day of the Dead as our festival around the world. Day of the Dead is a festival in Mexico, and it began several thousand years ago, so it's a really old festival. Day of the Dead is a celebration of life and death, and it remembers family and friends who are no longer alive. People celebrate Day of the Dead festival with parades and making sugar skulls to remember their loved ones. Day of the Dead festival happens every year on the 2nd of November. Let's watch this video for a little bit more information about Day of the Dead festival. Day of the Dead festival, there is a performance, a dance performance called Dance of the Little Old Men. This is a folk dance where dancers move like old people, stooped over, who are struggling with aches and pains. Let's watch Dance of the Little Old Men now. It's quite a funny dance to watch, isn't it? It's quite funny watching everyone pretending to be really, really old and achy and painful. So we are going to learn our very own version of this dance now. So if you want to stand up and get ready, or you can do a seated version with Georgia, make sure you've got enough space ready to dance. So in our dance, we're going to imagine we're really old. So just like as when, oh, you might be a bit stooped over, you might be holding your back, or you might be holding both sides because you're really, oh, you're very, very old, okay? And we're going to take 4 walks on the spot. So we're going to move from side to side, but because we're old, we're going to move quite slowly. So we're going to move side to side, oh, it's pretty painful. Yeah, and you might move around, your head might swing. Brilliant. So we're dancing just like in the video. Next, we're going to do 8, a little bit faster, skips or jigs. So I'm going to think about skipping from one side to the other, but I haven't forgotten my character. I'm not all nice and young and jolly. I am still really old. Oh, really achy still. And you can do this however you want. I'm sure that your character will have their own movements that they want to do. Oh, you might want to stretch out after being stooped over. Just have a bit of a stretch. Good. So let's get into our old position. And we're going to start with our 8 walks. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Then we've got our 8 jigs. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Brilliant. I feel quite tired, quite hot after pretending to be nice and old. So Simon, I wonder if we could have a try of doing that with you, please. If we go from the top, that would be great. So let's get into our characters. You might be quite tired. Might be a bit achy. Good. If you count us in, Simon, that would be great. Thank you.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Brilliant. Shake it out. Shake it out. You might want to really stretch out your back after dancing like this. We're not really used to that. Yeah, lovely. So you might want to reach up to the sky. Good. And then you might want to reach over to either side or give yourself a big hug. Lovely. Just really stretch out so it can feel a little bit tight. Good. I'm just going to move my screen down so that you can see my feet for the next move. So I'm now going to do 8 swipes to either side, and they did this in the video. So I think about moving my heels, and then my toes, and then my heels, and then my toes. That's quite a tricky thing to do, so let's do it nice and slowly. So we go heels, toes, heels, toes. If that's a little bit too hard today, you can either stop the video, rewind and have another practice, or you can just take little steps to the sides. That is absolutely fine. You can choose what works best for you. So we're going to do this 8 times. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. If you are like Georgia and you're seated, you might just do it on the spot. Or if you don't want to travel it, it's up to you. When we get to this side, we are going to do a very, very little jump. We're going to go jump. Good. Or you might just want to lift your heels off the floor. We're then going to repeat to the other side. We go swipes all the way, 8 of them. And then we do our little jump. Good. So let's have a practice of doing this with Simon now. Thank you, Simon.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Brilliant, fantastic. I'll put it back so you can see my whole body now. Really nice. So let's add on our 8 swipes and our jump to our sequence. So from the start, we've got our 8 walks, we've got our 8 jigs, and we then go into our swipes, where we swipe to the side, try and stay in character. We've got our little hop, little jump, and then we swipe to the other side, and then our little hop. Really good. So let's go from the top with Simon. Thank you, Simon.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fantastic, really, really good job. Really, really nice, everybody. So to finish with, we're going to have our own movements to show how old we are. So yeah, hi George, you might do a big yawn and a big stretch. Or I might try and crack my back. Ooh. Or I might hobble around like an old person. You might even fall over. Whoa! And then try and get back up again. Whoa. I'm sure that you've got loads of ideas at home of what old person moves you can do to show that you're very, very old. You might get a bit cross with someone who's running too fast. Might try and crack. Oh. Loads of different ideas that you might have seen in the video. So you've got 8 counts to show off your old person moves. Really nice, good. So Simon, I wonder if, it does actually make you real yawn, doesn't it? So Simon, I wonder if we could try having just 8 counts for us to practice our old movements.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Brilliant, fantastic. And one thing which George has just reminded me of is don't forget your face. Your face is so important to show how you're feeling as an old person. You might be quite grumpy, might have a bit of a grumpy face, or you might be a really smiley old person. So you might have a nice smile. You can choose whatever is good for you. Lovely. So let's try going from the top with Simon. I wonder, Simon, I've had a bit of a change of thought. If we could maybe do the first 8 walks a little bit faster. That's my fault. I did them a little bit too slow at the beginning. So maybe a little bit faster, and the rest of it is great. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Georgia, have you got a character for your old person dance?
Yeah, do you know, I'm imagining the, have you ever seen the film Up?
Yeah.
I'm imagining that I'm the old man from him. So sometimes he's grumpy, but then other times he's also a bit smiling and jolly, like in the step. That's what I'm imagining.
Brilliant. I love that old man from Up. He's brilliant, isn't he? Fantastic. So hopefully you've got a character that you're thinking of at home, and let's try and use them. Today, I'd like us to finish at that point where you finish in your position, showing off your character, remembering that shape, what we saw in our video. Everyone really hunched over, really old. You might not be able to read your watch. You might need to put your glasses on. Loads of different, yeah, definitely got a cup of tea. Brilliant. So let's try one last time for today from the top. Thank you, Simon.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Brilliant, fantastic. I love dancing along with you, Georgia. That was really, really good. So give yourselves a shake. Let's do one nice big stretch all together, just to really open up our backs after we've been stooped over. Good, and stretching the other way. Good, and let's maybe do a big yawn. Really stretching out. Do whatever stretches you need to do. Good. Lovely. It's now time for our creative task. So today we are going to think about all of the different stages of age before we get to being an old person. So we're going to start, as a little baby, it's a very small little child, stage 1. And then we're going to go all the way up through our lives until we get to being an old person. So let's start off as a baby, as a little child. So how do you think they might move? Do you think they'd be stooped over and slow like our old person? I feel like they might be quite different. I feel like they might move quite quickly, quite playfully, imagining little children, lots of energy, wanting to play with their friends. Good. So Simon, I wonder if we could first of all listen to some quite playful young music that we're going to think of for our stage 1 children right at the bottom. And we can just have a listen to start with. Brilliant, fantastic, thank you, Simon. Georgia, so I've got an idea of when you're at school, you often kind of play games, don't you? You might play games like this, or you might try and tag someone, or do hopscotch,
Or stuck in the mud.
or suck in the mud. You've got loads of energy, haven't you? And you really want to move really, really fast. So we're going to try dancing along with Simon's music now. And you can dance as a little child. So you can dance however you want, feeling really playful, excited. You might want to come up to the screen and maybe have a little bit of a play with us. Yeah, fantastic. So let's try and think about being really young, really youthful with our movement. Thank you, Simon. Georgia?
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah, fantastic. Really, really good. So next we're going to move up from our children and we're going to move up into teenagers. So teenagers, I think, are a little bit less intense. Always on their phone. Ugh. Don't want to do my homework. They're sleepy. Yeah, so our movements are maybe quite slow. Bit fed up, maybe a little bit of attitude.
Yeah.
And marching around, don't really want to do that. Oh yeah, look. Yeah, a little bit sassy. That's not happening. So let's think about moving like our teenagers now. I think we can go straight away with Simon's music. Thank you, Simon. Brilliant, fantastic, really, really nice. That was much slower. So as we continue to get older, we're going to move into kind of busy adults. So maybe from adults that are maybe 20 to 50. So there's quite a big age range in here. And lots of them are really busy working, maybe running around, trying to get the kids off to school, trying to work at home, trying to pick up calls, do the food shop. So life's really busy and hectic. So I think our movements are going to become much faster now, a little bit more frantic as we run around and get a little bit older with our movements. Lots of things to do.
I'm flipping pancakes, so I don't know why. I'm in the kitchen.
Busy adults have to do all sorts, pancakes included. Brilliant. So thank you, Simon. Let's go straight away with music. Brilliant, fantastic. Shake it out. I was manically trying to sort out lots and lots of things there. It was very tiring.
Yeah, I was trying to drive my car, then I was in traffic, then I was typing, then I was doing emails, then I was cooking.
Gosh. Brilliant. And we're going to move on to our final and fourth stage, which is our old stage. So what we've been thinking about for our dance. Oh, thinking about really being stooped over. Ooh, you might need a bit of a walking aid, help you get around. Thinking about really achy bodies. Good, so let's go one last time. Thank you, Simon. Thinking about being really old. Brilliant, fantastic. So we went through 4 different stages and they all had very different dance rhythms and speeds. Really fantastic work. Really good dancing today. It's time for a cool down. So if you follow along with me, we're going to do some slow movements and some stretches. Lovely. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Georgia, and thank you, Simon.
Thank you for taking part in this tutorial. If you'd like to feature in our calendar of festivals film at the end of the year, then film yourself doing the dance you learned today and send it to l.whitlock@magpiedance.org.uk, or you can message it to 075972 66717. If you're not sure how to send the video, click on the link in the description and it will help. Have fun!